Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday the 28th of March. We've got some new mods and we've got some updates. The map Piney Run by Poor Boy has had an update that doesn't say if it needs a new save game or not. The Lizard XJ, which is in front of me, by Ridiculous Dominic, has had an update. I don't normally show the update stuff, but because I used this on Silver Run and I really liked the mod anyway, I thought I would show a couple of the new options. There's a US Army option with decals, some new light bars. We've got a twin track option. There's a police version, or decals, that you can mix and match with lights. There's also a forestry service one as well, which is just pretty cool. I just sort of show that anyway. The JCB-TM 420S by Ross N Mods, the Lizard 1959 by Paisel, the Fruit Greenhouse by MTL Modding Team, the IBC and Pallet Stack by AW Modding ABP Team, the Old Cow Barn Pack by FSG Modding FSG Tasman, the Bavarian Farm Buildings by Lucas G, Storage Halls Pack by Eddie and Mueva, I think it's, the Garage with Silo by Mr. Grucha, and the Old Barn Package by Farmer 5 Tom have all had updates. I was going to back through, but I'm probably not in position now. We will start off with this. This is the Old Wooden Farm Entrance by BK Mods, 0.14 megabyte download, 4 slots on console, 1,000 to buy. It does say the lights will come on automatically. Nicely detailed, nicely textured. Just a different entrance way to put into your maps or onto your maps if you want to. You find it under build mode and decoration. Next we have got these Placeable Floodlight pack. This is by DTP Mario, 1.18 megabytes download. These are 2s and 3 slots. What I like about these are we can turn these on and off. They're not automatic, so we can. So you want what I'm going to do is do that so you can sort of see the lighting. You'll see a lot better when we switch the other ones on. And what's great about these as well, the prices aren't too bad. This absolute beast. That's pretty good. So, under build mode, decoration, lights. Start there. The smaller one on the end there is 200. Next one on 400. Next one 6. Then 1,000. Then 1,500. That's all for that massive light. But I mean, to be fair, all of them prices are pretty good, and the slot counts are great. Slot counts come down to 1 for each of them from 2s and 3s. Anyway, just going to turn those all off. Don't be wasting any electricity, do we? That's the Placeable Floodlight Poles pack by DTP Mario. Next we've got this. This is the Greenhouse. This is by the Lort. It does say this is just a standard greenhouse. It does take water and manure. It takes 5,000 of water and 3,000 of manure. It actually runs, the production of it runs the same as a small standard in-game one. Now the only problem with that, I say it's not a problem, it depends. If you want this particular style of greenhouse, this is probably what you're going to want to go for. The standard in-game greenhouse that runs at the same speed is 3,000 to buy. This is 10,000. So for the same price of this one, you can get the large greenhouse standard. I know there's lots of other greenhouse packs. I'm just putting out them, just saying, because I was looking at the recipes and production speeds. 2.21 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. As I've already said, it is 10 grand. So if we click on there, you'll see the top one. So 384, 192, 384 cycles per month, and the recipes 1 water in and a bit of manure, 2 water in and a bit of manure, 1 water, and that matches up with the small greenhouse 384, 192 and 384 in your cycles per month, with the 1 water, 2 water and 1 water. The difference is a little bit of extra manure. So it's your choice. Under build mode, production, greenhouses, 10 grand, slot count will come down to 1 from 6. More pallets will spawn out this side. That's the greenhouse by the Lort. Next we've got this. This is the Cow Pasture with Milking Barn by Frits. It will hold 100 cows, 7.43 megabytes download, 11 slots and 85 grand to buy. Your dialogue box for putting your animals in or taking them out is done here. We've got some gates and stuff that open so you can sort of simulate. And I know they don't actually, when you unload the animals, don't come through this bit, but you can, you know, you can simulate various different bits and bobs if you want to. Triggers inside. Now this is like a pasture, so it does require water. You put your feed in, you will get milk out. This is the milking section, and you have to come into here to get your milk from here. You won't get any slurry and you won't get any manure because there's nowhere to put straw bedding and there's no slurry point. So it is, for all intents and purposes, a pasture that you will get your milk from. Under build mode, under animals, 85 grand, slot count will come down from 11 to 1. That's the cow pasture with milking barn by Frits. Next we've got this, and this is very cool. I like this a lot. This is the Universal Truck Rear Hitch by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. It comes on a pallet like this, so it's a kit for the farmer. So you can buy this, and if you have a lorry, for example the standard in-game one of this, the Mac, but there's quite a few different lorries out there that don't have rear trailer hitches. It does say any vehicle with a fifth wheel it will work with. So it comes on a pallet like this, you attach it and it gives you the ability to adjust it. So you can adjust it forwards, backwards, up and down till you get the position where you want it just right. Then you press X to lock that into place so you can't accidentally move it. It does say it won't impede operation of your fifth wheel, which I think is pretty cool. 1.05 megabyte download, 4 slots on console. You'll find it under miscellaneous and or tools and miscellaneous. Just there, 2,500, that's all. We can change the main colour to anything on this palette. So what should happen? If I back up just a little bit more. There we go. So we'll attach it like that. And if I go L1, R1, now where are we? Let's go to lorry. Why is that not giving me? Oh, that's better. I think I had it locked in place. So under L1, with it switched from the main vehicle to the actual hitch on the back, I can go forwards and backwards so you can get your position just right. So if you've got a little bit of clipping through, you can get it so it sits just proud, so you haven't got anything showing. And like from the top or the side, it looks like it's actually attached. Now this will depend as well how long your vehicle is, how far from your fifth wheel you need it to go. So you've got plenty of movement in there to fit onto all sorts of vehicles. So I'll just put that about there. And then R1 gives me my up and down. So again, depending on the height of the vehicle, where you want that to be, so it doesn't impede your fifth wheel. So if I just put it there, for example, and then I do L1 and it says hitch position control lock. If I do that, that now doesn't give me any options when I do L1 or R1 to adjust that again until I unlock it. Once I unlock it, then I can adjust it again. The great thing being, as we just said, it won't impede your operation of the fifth wheel. So you can still hook up and you can still do whatever you want to do. But the great thing as well being that because it's got a PTO on it as well, you can then utilise tools, vehicles, things like that that may require a PTO or just trailer hitches in general, whatever it might be. There are it's surprising how many lorry truck mods come out that don't have a rear trailer hitch. So yeah, there is the crated 3-point I think you can get from Pepe 978. There's a couple knocking around, but I do like that. That's very cool. And then if you want to detach it, drops it back down on the pallet. You are good to go. Awesome bit of kit. The Universal Truck Rear Hitch by HR Forst and Fahrzeugbau. Next, we've got this. And interestingly, this probably should have come out. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it might have been yesterday. This is the Galignani Bale X Inline by GameMasTer. 10.65 megabytes download, 7 slots on console. This is a small bale baler. Yesterday we had the Lizard Small Square Bale Auto Load trailer by GameMasTer, and it did say on that one it would do 100 standard small bales, or 102 Gallignani bales. This is the Galignani baler it was referring to. So this is also by GameMasTer. You'll find it under your balers. So I used that one yesterday, the Massey Ferguson 1840. But this one just here, 25,760. Slot count will come down from 7 to 1. Only 50 horsepower required. No options available other than the license plate. Side up, unfold it, lower the pickup, turn it on. And this will do 600 litre barrels, I think now. Actually, the pickup's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, so if you couple this then with that Lizard small square auto-load trailer. Now, the auto-load trailer, as far as I can tell, there's not a hitch on the back of this, so the auto-load trailer won't attach to this, but it will work with these bales. Turn that off. Stop the engine. Just double check that. I'm sure they're 600s, aren't they? Yeah, 600 litre square bales. From that, the Galignani Bale X Inline by GameMasTer. Moving on, we've got these. This is the Lizard TX415. That is right. I haven't got the digits on right. That's right. I suddenly had this panic. For some reason, I thought I'd transpose the digits. This is by VincoMods, 15.41 megabytes download. We got a single cab. So what? We got a single, or we got the sleeper cab, double cab, however you want to refer to it. I know I'll get pulled up on that. I'm not an American truck aficionado. These are 9 slots each. I think the options are pretty much the same on both. This is one that would work on because there's not a rear trailer hitch on this, so it would work pretty well with that. The crated rear hitch. These you'll find under vehicles, under trucks. So the single cab 32 grand, the sleeper cab 45 grand. The single goes up to 740 horsepower, and the sleeper cab goes up to 880. So if you want a little bit more horsepower, you might want to go for that, but it is a bigger, longer vehicle. That's entirely up to you. So we'll have a look at this one for our options. So 415, 485, 570, 650, 740, 880 horsepower. We've got window tints through to Insul Film 4. We've got side lights, yes or no. Decals, yes or no. Main colour, anything on this palette, and we range through various different. Actually, go for one that stands out a bit better. There we go. Kind of flat paints, gloss paints, polished, through to the satin, and then we're on to the shiny sort of chromed versions. Design colour does the strip down the side where the side lights are, if you've gone for side lights, so it does the strip down there. And then we've got rim colour option. There's the various different chromed metallic ones on this side, or a standard colour, whatever you want to go for. Like so. License plate option on there too. Doesn't matter which one we jump into actually. I say this, the bigger of the two, is pretty long. Is it? I don't know. Is it me? Do the wheels look really small? Do they look too small? I'm not sure. No, they're probably right, aren't they? I don't know. It just looks scale-wise. I don't know. Maybe it's because the top of the cab sits up quite high. Lighting off the back as well. What we do have inside under which way was it? I think it's that one. R1 and right stick side to side winds down that window like so. And we look across to that one. L1 R1 and left stick side to side winds down that window. Those are your options for in-cab. Now bear in mind this is the sleeper version. You can't actually see through to that. It's one of the ones where you access it from the door at the side there, which you can't open, but there you go. That's the Lizard TX415 by VincoMods. Next, we have this. This is the Claas Jaguar 900 Type 496 by MB3D Modelling and STv-Modding. 25.04 megabytes download, 12 slots for the vehicle, and then it's 4 slots for the Orbis 600 header that comes with it. 6 meters wide, Orbis 600. A few different options. This one's the 980G because it's the gangster version. That's not, I don't know why I just said that. It's all G in it, but yeah, it's a nice forage harvester. You'll find the harvester itself under forage harvesters. Out on the end, 235 grand for the base model, goes up to 884 horsepower. Slot count will come down from 12 to 1. So we've got 585 horsepower, 626, 775, 884, and then we've got the 980S, which is 884, just changes the decal colouring like that. But if we go for the 980G, it puts the actual 980 logo into the class colour, so you would have that possibly with the other colour you can go with. We have got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. And Trelleborg we have got Michelin, Continental, just wides, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. We've got standard pipe or a lonk pipe. Main colour, green or black. So like I say, if you've gone for the G version, then you can see the 980 logo a little bit better, but that of course is your choice. If you go back up, we put that on the S version, it matches the colours up. Like I say, whatever you want to do. Design colour, that does the seat. So at the moment it's on a darkish grey. We've got brown or a slightly lighter grey for the seat on the inside. Rim colour, anything on that palette. And a license plate option on there too. Then we come out of there, go to our tools, go to our forage harvester headers. Right on the end, 69,500. Slot count comes down from, what did I say it was? 4. 4 down to 1 for the 6 meter Orbis 600. Main colour, class green or black. Design colour, we've got grey or class green. Piping her out, or up and down, have a look at it. We have got, which one is it? This is for the back here. That opens and closes like so. And depending on what trailer you've got attached, you can raise and lower the trailer a little bit if you've got some option for that. And then we've got, that's for the trailer. Then we've got a door that opens and closes as well. Beacons, lights, unfold the header. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. There we go. It does what a forage harvester does. That's the Claas Jaguar 900 Type 496 by MB3D Modelling and STv-Modding. As you can see, the trailer hitch in the back does attach up to trailers. Very nice indeed. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. And it's this. This is the John Deere S700i series by JHHG Modding. 59.62, I didn't say what the other one was, did I? 25.04 megabytes for the Claas Jaguar. Did I say that? I can't remember now. So this one, 59.62 megabytes download. It's 36 slots each for the harvesters. There are 2 in this pack, just the difference in horsepowers. No header that comes with this. I've just grabbed a John Deere header to go with it, but that looks amazing. It does look very, very cool. I love that with the auger on the outside going into the DNA thing on it. That's brilliant, isn't it? Looks very cool indeed. Really nicely modelled. Now this does say this is the European spec. We do tend to get a lot of American US spec stuff. This is a John Deere S700i European series. Very nice. The interior of the cab, so much stuff in there. It's all working. All the displays, of the readouts, and it's fantastic. So you'll find these under harvesters. So the one on the end, and that's what gets me as well. The price is amazing. When you look at the prices of the rest of these, you're looking, you know, I thought that's 301, but 350, 400, 405, 410, 550. 185 grand and 216. Now obviously there are some changes depending on what you options you pick. So we'll go with the smaller one. The smaller one goes from 387 up to 455 horsepower, and then the slightly larger one, the S780 to S790, goes 547 to 625. So depending on what horsepower you want to go for. Options are pretty much the same, I think they were on both of these. So actually I'll show you on the other one. It doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna get clobbered. I've just suddenly realised. I'm pretty sure this one might have a slightly different tyre choice on one of them. I'll show you both. That way I won't get in trouble. So this one, we've got standard capacity 10,572, or we can have the big top foldable, which takes us to 14,095. That's the other difference between the two harvesters. The other one goes up to a larger capacity. We've got 387 horsepower, 455. Which we said about the S760 and the S770. We've then got Lizard, Continental, Michelin, Mitas, and back again. Under Lizard, we have got Continental, Michelin, Mitas, and then back to Lizard. Yes, because this one starts on the 1100, and I think the other one has a 1250 LSW, I think. Then we've got numbers 1 through 6. Warning signs on the back. We've got no, 1, 2, safety triangle, 1 with safety triangle, 2 with safety triangle, off. Production year 2018. This changes the lights a little bit. 2018, 2022. Then you can have the 2022 with the 75-year decal on the side of it as well. Or back to 2018. We've got ladder standard or ladder foldable. Paint standard, or you can have the automatic combine decals on it if you want to. Rear hitches, we've got no standard. We've got the static extension, or we've got a foldable extension. That's what I was going to check. I think I went for the foldable. Was there an option to unfold that? I don't know if there was. Then we've got pipe 5.6 metre, 6.9 metre, 6.9 foldable, 7.9, 7.9 new pipe, and then 7.9 foldable. Rear axle, standard or wide. I think I went for the wide. Then we've got regular vane tailboard or standard chopping tailboard, and then license plate. So moving on to the slightly larger one then. This starts at 14,100 litre capacity, or we can have it at 17,620. We've got the 547 or the 625 horsepower. And then this one, I'm sure this is the one. We start with Lizard. Yeah, it goes up to 1250, so you've got much bigger LSWs on this version. Continental. Michelin. Mitas. Blizzard. Oh, back to Blizzard again. Yeah, so it might be there's less tyre choices, but you do have an LSW one on this one. Numbers are the same, 1 through 6. Warning signs are the same. Production year options and decals are the same. Ladder option is the same with the foldable yes or no. Paint options are the same. Rear hitch is the same. Pipe lengths, I think, went through the same options. 69, 79, 79 new, 79 foldable. Yep. Rear axle, yes, and it was the same with the chopper boards on the back, regular or standard, and license plate. Yeah, so on this one, slight difference with the tyre choice. Larger capacity and high horsepower are the differences. So let's hop in. Let's start it up. So lights. I think we've got a light on the pipe as well. Ah, that's interesting. Often the pipe won't unfold unless you've unfolded the harvester. Yeah, see the last one there? If you look at the back where the pipe is, actually if I bring the pipe out you'll see. When I cycle through the light options, you go lights all the way through, then the last one is for the pipe. I did go for the big old LSWs in this one. So I have got on this L1 and right stick up and down opens that side, there you go, that side panel. R1, sorry, L1 and R1, right stick side to side, or up and down does that one, side to side does that one, so we can open the panels, but sometimes disable source or the pipe out. Yeah, I've got the. I wonder if that unfolds automatically when you back up to it, because I've put the rear hitch foldable, and I had this on one of the other mods before. There's no option to unfold it. Like I say, unless that appears, I'm gonna have to go and get a trailer to double check that. Anyway, that being said, when you jump out, what I like as well is this. That's cool. Interior, as I said, if you look at all the displays, you've got various different numbers and things all doing what they should be. The lighting on here as well, that on the display, it's really nicely made, really nicely detailed. When we hook up to the header and turn that on, you'll see more of the displays doing their thing. Very cool. So what I'm going to do then, before I finish, I'm going to whiz off, because like I say, I'm not sure about that. I'm going to grab a header trailer and see if when I back up to it, it gives me an option to open it up, because if it doesn't, my advice to you would be don't get the foldable rear hitch, but we might be in luck. See you in a moment. Okay, so unless I'm being really blind here, it is folded up at the back. Oh, right. So whilst it doesn't actually, you haven't got an option to unfold it. If I go right over to the side where it is, no, it doesn't unfold. That's really weird. You don't really want to be pulling it like that, because that would rub on the wheel. So yeah, there's not an option for that to unfold. So my advice would be, if you're going to go for the extended one, go for the one that's unfolded, not the one that is folded. Unless I'm missing a control option there, but I don't think I am. So we go, that's the John Deere S700i series by JHHG Modding. That's it for the mods for Tuesday the 28th of March. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.